Hi everyone, it's me, Sam again. In today's lesson, we are going to understand something quite critical for those who want to take an English proficiency test. That way, you can definitely achieve a more remarkable score in your test. If you want to take an IELTS exam, IBD, GRE, different type of exams in English, no difference. You need to understand this part because there is a writing section, and for the writing section, you need to know this. This is especially related to writing an essay. The term that we use for the assignment that we give to you to solve is called the prompt. That's the whole thing given to you that you should do properly in order to achieve your desired score. The prompt is not important to know what it exactly means, but the prompt itself has certain specifications that you need to know completely in order to answer the questions and the whole prompt more effectively. So what are these parts inside a prompt that are not separated exactly usually most tests? The first part of the prompt is what we call as instruction or direction. Here you are going to find out certain things that are essential for you to consider. First, in this part, you are going to find out the word count. There is usually a minimum and sometimes there is a maximum amount that you should follow. Exactly, you must follow. If you exceed that number, or if you write less than that number, definitely you are going to lose mark for it. For example, in IELTS, if you write less than 250 words, your essay is called under length. That means you are going to lose mark. The other thing that is important and you need to pay attention while reading the instruction is the time limit. There is a time limit for you and you need to answer the whole thing, the whole essay and write your essay during that certain amount of time. You're not given any extra time. Remember it. So don't go back for it. There's no chance for it. If you cannot finish your essay during the exact time, you are going to lose marks. So you have to speed up and practice well to write it through that exact time. There are usually other sentences and other hints you can find in the instruction part, but usually they are not important and you shouldn't bother yourself with them. For example, in IELTS, you can always find this sentence. Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own experience or knowledge. This sentence is not quite important. It's not important at all. So don't bother yourself with this sentence. You don't need to add any special example of your own experience or knowledge, something like that. So don't buy this sentence. This is not important. The next part of the prompt is what we call as question. There is always one question written for you in a prompt. And sometimes there can be 3 questions. So the number of questions you are going to see in your prompt is going to be 1, 2, and sometimes 3 questions. The questions you see in your prompt can be important and sometimes they can be unimportant. What do I mean by that? Whenever you're asked to simply express your own opinion, like this, what do you think of this statement? What is your opinion in this regard? Or questions like this, do you agree or disagree with this statement? Discuss both opinions and state your own, or similar questions like that they are just dealing with your own idea, your approval or disapproval of the issue. These questions are not important. What do I mean by that? I mean that you do not need to address them specifically within your essay. So there's no need for you to add extra paragraphs to describe these things. Through writing your own essay, you are going to answer those questions one way or another. On the contrary, there are questions that you need to answer specifically within your essay. Otherwise, you're going to lose mark for that. These questions are not related to your approval or disapproval of the issue. They don't care about your own opinion. They're about other matters and subjects. So you need to address them efficaciously. The questions such as this are quite important. For example, do you think the advantages of the issue outweigh the disadvantages of the issue? Do you think this is a positive or negative development? Why is this the case? Or other questions, for example, what's the situation like in your country? You have to answer these questions specifically in your essay, or you're going to lose mark for that. Remember it. And the last part, which is the most important part of the prompt, is what we call as statement. Here, the main idea that you need to address is presented for you. You have to read it, understand it completely, otherwise you are going to lose a lot of mark for this. Statements are some sentences written for you and you need to answer them properly. If you cannot answer them and if you cannot understand some part of it, sorry, you're going to lose lots of mark for that. So let's wrap it up for you. When you are given the prompt in your exam, you have to completely understand the whole statement. And if you cannot understand that part, I'm sorry for you, you're going to lose mark, a lot of mark. Besides, you have to understand if the question is useful and important for you. If so, you need to address that question properly and exactly in your essay. And as I just said, sometimes you need to open up a new paragraph in order to address that question within your essay. We are going to learn more about writing essays and writing. So please stay tuned. Don't forget to press the bell buttons and subscribe to our channel. It was so fun teaching you. I hope see you soon. Bye bye.